What's good, beautiful people? I know I was supposed to do a video a long time ago on credit repair, and that's my fault. I didn't get a chance to. I've been really busy, and I even wrote like a mini manual on it. So you can hit me up anywhere. QueButter, QueButter. That's everywhere. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Well, I don't know, wherever you go. Zyx.com/QueButter. Support what I got going on. So yeah, stop paying for credit repair. First and foremost, it's illegal to pay for credit repair up front. If y'all watching this video, share it to anybody you know that's doing that stuff. So let me show you real quick. All you got to do is credit repair scan. What should I just say? Let me go to my part first. So you see this right up in front. I'll send this link out to people. Yeah, so this is all put together by myself. My friend said he cool helped do it. Other people read it over. So that's some basic information. So the first thing you want to do, pull up the credit report. I suggest going to Credit Karma. It lets you see 2 of the 3, and you can try to figure out the third. But once you get 2 of the 3 credit reports, you can kind of deduce. Excuse me, I'm in the studio, so you hear the background noise. Once you see 2 of the 3 credit reports, you can kind of deduce what's actually on the third credit report, or you can just assume what's there. So once you pull the 2 of the 3, the first thing you want to do is start to organize it. So on here, I suggest you make a folder on your computer. Create 3 separate folders. Blah blah blah. Review each credit report. And I wrote this for free. The only reason I put this out is because I know these scamming ass credit repair people is gonna take it and sell it to people. But I'm about to go in. So I've helped a lot of people with credit repair, and it's all about developing our community, education as a whole. And as we grow, we all grow, and we all make more money. So review each one. Categorize your accounts that you see in your credit report into separate folders, separate parts. Name the negative accounts that you want deleted. They can be found in any report. Blah, blah, blah. All right, repeat this. Make sure you write down. Or if y'all watching this, share this in groups. When I talk, I'm going to go in and share it on groups. But if y'all watching this, make sure y'all share this in every Black Power group possible. Share this with everybody that y'all can. Right? Make sure you write down the name of the account, the year that it was posted. Now, there's multiple parts you got to remember with the year. So you have the year that it was posted on your report, right? The year that it was opened, and the last time reported. You want to make sure you remember that because it tells you a lot of information. Separate your accounts, the negative accounts, into 4. Oh, you can answer that for me, bro. My bad, excuse me. I'm in the studio again. Separate that into 4 accounts, 4 categories. So 1, statute of limitation. Right?
Is it this push?
Put all the accounts that's past the statute of limitations, you see, in its own category. And to find out your statute of limitations for your city, all you have to do is type in your city, your state, and type in statute of limitations, debt collection, statute of limitation laws, and it'll come up. I'll show you how easy it is. In New York City, it's 6 years and 3 years. I'll explain that. Third-party debt collectors, charged off accounts you refute. So there's the theory behind the dispute, how you dispute. So 1, when a debtor is past the statute of limitations and your state of debt collector relinquishes their right to sue you for it. So pretty much once it's past the statute of limitation, they no longer have the right to pursue the debt. You still owe them that money. They just can't sue you for it. If they can't sue you for it, that also means that the credit reporting agencies can no longer report it. All right? So you want to make sure you look for that first, right? The debt collection statute of limitations federally is 7 years, but each state has their own statute of limitations. Not everyone, but almost everyone has their own statute of limitations. Now, they're debt collectors, real easy. First thing you want to do is check to make sure that the debt collection is licensed in your state. All you got to do is look at their name and before that, I'm sorry, you want to make sure that your state requires that any debt collection company has a license. If they don't require that, then you don't have to do this step. But if your state requires that they have a debt collection license, then you want to make sure that they have that, all right? And see, I put that, the verified debt collection assembly, Google states your state name, blah, blah, blah. Or you can call 311 or Consumer Affairs for your state. If the debt collector is not legally allowed to practice debt collection in your state, you have several options at this point. Make sure you properly document this. You should save the information and use it accordingly after they respond to your initial debt dispute. Now, there's multiple ways you can go about disputing this. You can either take them to court. You can direct your one way. You can either take them to court. You can dispute them directly in your credit reporting to the credit reporting agency. Depends on what you feel like doing and how, what type of time you have. And the reason why I say that is, so the reason why I say that is, if you just want to get it removed off your report, you can get it removed off the report once you have a license. But let's say you're pissed off and you got some free time. You can literally sue them for that. Any company who knowingly posts information on someone's credit report that negatively affects them or in any way affects them, they're eligible for up to $1,500 to $5,000 in damages. That's federally speaking. So if you find out they don't have a license to do this in your state, they have violated your rights because they didn't properly go about their business transaction or whatever you want to call it. So simple as that. Going past that, let's see. Verification. The verification of debt, according to any state, requires that they have the original creditor's information. They have a copy of the original contract with your signature on it. Now, if you made a payment on that debt, that can null and void the original contract. What do I mean by that? So let's say they don't have the contract, but you've been paying that debt for the same amount for the last 5 years. They can use that information to say that that's your debt. You're going to have to show how you were ignorant and you were paying a bill that you weren't responsible for and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? But they can use that as a form of proof that that's your debt, especially in certain states specifically state that. I can't recall offhand, but I know certain states state that. Closed accounts. Any account that has been closed or otherwise terminated by either the customer or issuing company. Sometimes accounts are closed for a good reason, bad reason, and they're just closed. They're not sold, they're just closed. You want to get those off. Sometimes it might have been closed on a good point, might have been closed on a bad point, whoever it is. If you want it off, there's two types. So you have charged off debt. Charged off debt. Let me show you that so you can see it. So charged off debt is a debt that a creditor removes from their books and either tries to collect through in-house operations by selling the debt off to a debtor. Creditors report this as charged so they can receive taxes from the government. Usually occurs blah, blah, blah. That's typical debt, right? But then you have discharge debt. And you can see it on screen. Discharge debt is any debt that's wiped out completely through bankruptcy. When you have a discharge debt or a tax season rolls around, you can file Form 982. This form excludes you from paying taxes on the amount of debt that was discharged during bankruptcy. Then we have canceled debt. Canceled debt is the portion of debt that you owe to a creditor. When a creditor is unable to collect the debt from you, they may cancel it or write it off. When the debt is canceled or written off, you are no longer liable to repay this debt. You may still be liable for paying the taxes on that canceled debt. If the creditor cancels your debt, they may but not always report this to the IRS. You're liable to pay taxes if the debt is canceled and exceeds $600. Blah, 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 blah. Form 1099-C. So if your debt is canceled or if you think you're good enough at talking, you might be able to convince a corporation into just simply canceling your debt, writing it off as almost a gift and letting you pay for the taxes on it. Now that you know the difference between that, you're going to credit reporting agencies and request to verify the accuracy. Next part. Yes, if you repaired your own credit, show somebody else how to do it. Shout out to you. All right, verifications. Let me say this one. If you verify your debt and you do not request specific forms of verification, a company is only required to send you a copy of your name, the amount that you owed, and the name of their company and address. So you have to tell them that you want a copy of the original contract. You want to ask them that they have copy and proof that you gave them permission to post on your credit report, or the initial company you sign a contract in which you allow them to give someone else permission to post on your credit report. They need to have that contract available at all times. The amount owed, each charge-off fee, description of why you may pay it, and of course, physical documentation, all the times. All right, accounts you refute. Those are any types of accounts. So it could be child support, it could be child support, it could be student loans that paid off, it could be whatever that you don't want on there. You just want it on there. Same reasons. You ask them typically for the same verification process. They go through the same. Let's see. All right, submitting your disputes. Depending on what's on your report. Let me put this on the screen. Make sure y'all share this video, y'all. All right. Depending on what's in your credit report and how it's reported, will ultimately determine the best route for submitting your disputes. Typically, a larger bank will be much more aggressive in seeking to recover $10,000 debt than a $300 amount, while a smaller credit union will aggressively seek the repayment for any amount. So if you have a charge-off for, say, $10,000, it may be more effective to go straight with letters. However, if you have a $300 charge-off, you can go with an online method because the larger bank is less likely to care about a small dollar amount. So I call that reading the tempo. In addition to reading the tempo in your credit report, you want to see, and I see that I coined the term, forgive me for sounding corny, but yeah, coined the term reading the tempo. When you read the information provided in your credit report, you can sort of gauge how likely a debtor will be to respond negatively to your disputes. And when I mean negatively, means in a way that you don't desire. So for instance, you notice you have a negative account listed in your report from a debt collector. However, it has been updated hasn't been updated in several years. It's highly unlikely that this company or the original creditor will have any of the original documentation associated with your account. So in this case, it may be more effective to write a letter to the CRAs rather than using the website on this portal. Oh, I'm gonna go in, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all all of that. So please share this so you don't have to work. Anybody getting scammed by these credit repair people, please stop. It's annoying as hell. Please stop. Let me go forward. If they bought your debt, I told you what to do with that. Online method. So I do not suggest using. I don't suggest using credit on Karma or any of those online methods. I suggest using the direct dispute method provided to you via the credit reporting agencies. Where we at? My bad, y'all. About to pull it up because we got all this available on the website. And I really need y'all to just do as much as possible to stay away from these damn scammers, these punk ass, fraudulent ass people running around the black community, parading like they doing stuff for the community, but they ain't doing nothing but stealing. I'm about to show y'all the wave. So like I said, I got all of this available on my website, on our website. Oh, sign up. Let me sign in. My bad, y'all. Logging into this website. One second, my bad, y'all. I'm just logging in. Let me see what my password. Let me just do it the right way. QueButter. You know what I'm saying? QueButter. But again, you can hit me up anywhere if I can get in touch with you. I definitely will make it my business to do it. So all we got is us. Never forget that. All we got is us. Here's my password. Come on, Q. Forgive me, y'all. Forgive me. We logged in. Yeah, we on. So this is on the Ziax website. Project Flip, Financial Literacy Improvement Program. Why do we want to increase the literacy rate, the literacy of our black community in the field of finance? Because we need to make more money. We need to be a lot more responsible with our money. But a person who's not educated can't be responsible. It's just what it is. You don't know how to drive a car. How could I give you insurance for your car and expect you to be responsible? You don't know how to drive. It's just as simple as that. So this is available, and I think we're the only people in the conscious community that have something like this in the black community, organized and available already. So you don't know what credit is, you go in here, you can get all this information about what credit is. You know what I mean? What's your score based on? What is credit? Credit's ability of a customer to obtain goods or services before payment based on the trust that the payment will be made in the future. The credit score is a number that summarizes the historical credit information on the credit report. That a number reflects the likelihood that you will become a delinquent or a loan on a loan or credit obligation in the future. Who monitors your credit? There's way more people. There's a couple more companies in this. However, these are the main three. What's your credit report based on? Payment of history, how much credit you utilize, and blah, blah, blah. Length of credit history, type of credit you use, new credit inquiries. This breaks down that information. Types of credit, revolving credit, charge card, service card, installment cards, installment credit. Installment credits like mortgage loans and things of that nature, blah, blah, blah. All right, that's all there. Credit dispute letters. Told you, work. All this is on the website. So please share the heck out this video. I just read you my instructions. So the instructions I read to you is exactly what I would do. So that video is the instructions. Not only did I do that, look, boom. I'll share this with you. Once you hit me up, I'll share this document with you, and you can walk yourself through it. Only thing that I ask is that you sign up with Project Flip for free, and you're part of our program. You know what I mean? Of developing the black community. So if it's not that, I don't know what you're talking about. So that's available right now. This right here, boom. You know what I mean? We got tons of access to people that want to work, that want to help the community out with different means. So all this is available for free. Like, and as soon as you click on it, it downloads. Let me show you. Like, I'm not even. See, that's what I was working on. Youth Enrichment Flyers. You see, all of that's there. So don't let these dudes scam you, because you know what's going to happen? A bunch of credit repair people's going to come on my website, and they're going to sign up. They're going to take this information, and they're going to repackage it and turn around and sell it to somebody else. It's pissing me off. That's the only reason I didn't put my little instruction manual out, because I know that's what they're doing. But every time I turn around, this was going to, the information is right there on the website, ziax.com/Project Flip. You can sign up, all free. You can hit me up, I'll send you the links, but this is all there. So if you're a do-it-yourself person, I promote do-it-yourself. This is all there on the website. Let's go to business credit. Setting up your business credit. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me go to avoiding credit repairs. You see? Signs of a credit repair scam. But let me make sure you see that this isn't my opinion. I copied this straight from the FTC. Where's the link at? My bad. I should have. Oh, that I need to. I did all of this myself. So if there's any mess ups on there, that's my fault. Well, you can just copy it. I can literally just copy and paste this into Google, and this will come up, and you'll see the FTC, Federal Trade Commission. So it's not my opinion. Boom. Signs. Boom. This is the FTC government website. What does that say? Signs of a credit repair scam. Insists you pay them before they do any work on your behalf. Tells you not to contact creditors. Tells you gives for them. Does not explain your legal rights. Insists you pay them before they do any work. And I'm telling you that the work you can do yourself. What is Project Flip? Project Flip is Project Flip, Financial Literacy Improvement Program. This program was birthed out of the Black Bank movement that we were doing in Brooklyn to support the Black banks. And when we were signing people up to support Carver Bank and City National Bank, the two main Black banks in New York City, we wanted to keep track of who we were signing up. So that way we can show the bank, we know who we brought to the bank. After we did this, we took it to the next step. And when I started offering credit repair, I said, you know what? I might as well sign the people up that I'm working with Project Flip, since I'm still servicing people with credit repair anyway. And so everybody who I help with Project Flip, on credit repair, I asked them to sign up with Project Flip and just state that you were helped with free credit repair information. This is a non-profit service. So this is all over the internet. If you're in any city, you have a Black business and you want to be part of Project Flip, and it's just about a movement of us developing our community and organizing what we know is vital. Our finances. This is just some of the programs we offer. But I did this video specifically talking about credit repair. So this is there, all this information available. This is on the website. Project Flip. All these things is there. When you sign up on the website, credit dispute letters. I have the links to each agency.
Welcome to the Equifax Online Dispute Knowledge Center.
So I'm showing you where the fish is. I'm just not telling you that you could fish. I'm showing you how to fish, and I'm pointing you to the fish.
Whether you are just starting the dispute process or checking on the status of an existing dispute, we are here to help and answer your questions throughout the process. To get started, simply follow the instructions.
You got a business in Chicago? Please hook up. What type of business you got? And then let me go into that one. What that type of business you got? Boom. I don't have a name for this yet, but this is my 1 year plan on, Black folk. But if you have any of these type of businesses, please link me up. And of course, if you're in any other business, of course, link me up. But we definitely want to have a core of people that's in these fields and other ones like that. And also, part of the focus. All these things is simple stuff that's on, but I ain't focused on that right now in this conversation. This conversation is straight about free credit repair, avoiding these scamming ass dudes, scamming ass people, all these companies telling you that you can charge me $99 up front and then I'm gonna get $10 of deletion. All of that is bullshit. And I do the work. I can tell you how much work it takes. I know it's like 2-3 hours on the phone with this person that you're talking to. It's annoying, I ain't gonna lie. It's not really annoying, but it takes the time. So you gotta do that shit though. Gotta put the time in on the phone. So that part, I understand wanting to get compensated for that. But if you're not willing to find a way to help the people, and that's why I put it on the website, because I don't have the time to fully do that. That's why I wrote the manual, so that way once you hit me up, I can send you the link to the manual. That simple. That way you can do it on your own. Sign up, let us get the data. Simple as that. Promote what's right. Empowerment. Empowerment requires that we teach people how to do it. If you're not trying to teach people how to do it, you're the problem. Hit me up, QueButter, anywhere, everywhere. Man.